Show you how to contact them. This is again fairly simple. I'm really just kind of warming the fascia area up. I'm going to work her right side first. So there's her clavicle. Turn her head just a little bit. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to say lift your head up farther for me. There we go.
Ooh.
There is her sternal division. There is her clavicular division. Relax. So I've pinpointed where her clavicular division is. Now I'm going to use that as a guide point, and I'm going to come just off of that. See how my finger just went down in that ditch? I'm going to push in, and I need you to sniff. There we go, relax. And I felt it move. That is anterior scalene. I'm really just going to friction it against the rib a little bit. You're not palpating the rib here. You really aren't, but I'm just saying, man. Then I'm going to come one finger width over and not push in there because I'm on the brachial plexus. Then I'm going to come one more finger width over and press in. Now I'm on the medial scalene, so sniff again. Yep. And that one's pretty tight on her. I'm just going to friction that a little. Sometimes you need, on some people, you'll need to turn the head. See how my finger sunk in deeper? I'll pull her head back this way. See how I pulled my finger out? This fascially, oh, right. That time my finger went way deep in there, so now I can really treat it. For the posterior one, I come back another full finger width and push in and sniff. Yeah, that one I can't quite tell, but I'm going to say that's it. So, just to say what we're doing in this area, warm this area up, had her lift her head, boom. I can find the clavicular division, relax. Press right in just behind it. That's first anterior one. Then I come off a finger width. That's brachial plexus. Stay out of there. Come one more. That's middle scalene. One more. That's posterior scalene. Posterior scalene is essentially there and kind of down. Okay. Now, I also do a lot of times broadly work in this area without pushing straight down in like I was doing with my finger, because when I broadly work in there, I can pull out this way and fascially stretch that. Does that make sense to us? There we go. Now, for the rest of this routine, it says that we're supposed to be working on the anterior transverse processes C2 through C6. And it'll tell you in here exactly which ones are which, and I frankly don't care. I want you to be able to come right behind this SCM.
Wait, so let's work on the transfer process of C2?
Yeah.
C3.
C3 on.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go. I was going to say C2.
Anterior processes.
So I'm just going to come up here, right in this vicinity. There it is right there. And I'm really just, I'm going to turn her in this way to get to it. I'm going to use my thumbs on them. And I'm just working anteriorly on those transverse processes on down. Now you can work to the side a little bit and use your fingertips in here. That one's missing, so it makes it a little difficult for me. I'll just use one, but there we go.
So you're working on the tips of them?
I'm working on them. As they stick out this way, I'm working here, anteriorly. So if it's sticking out this way, I'm working anterior on it. That would be lateral. That would be posterior. If I'm working posterior on them, then I'm working more of the splenius muscles. And as I get to the top, more of the posteriorly this way. Now it's splenius, and then I get up in here in the levator land. I'll give you guys another landmark here. Where the angle of the mandible is, straight back is C3. C3 is always in line with the angle of the mandible on everybody. So you can find your way around easily. So there we go. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and we don't need to go to 7 on this.
What's that feel like? What's that feel like?
It's a little tender.
Well, there should be anyway, and I imagine any of us, even without an accident, we're going to be tender, especially in our scalenes, because nobody really works them.
Yeah, definitely in the scalenes was tender.
Okay, so we're warming this up fascially a little bit. And then lift your head for me. There we are. There's that. Relax. So I go right behind it. This side's tighter. Go figure. There we are. Wow. I'm having to roll her head over quite a bit. There we are. Sniff for me. Yep. Sniff. Okay. Not only is this side tighter, but it's not activating.
Ruh-roh.
I haven't heard that in a long time. Ruh-roh.
No fire.
But you have heard Scooby Van.
It was parked outside my friend's apartments complex the other day.
Was it?
Somebody had
A real Scooby van?
Yes,
A
they
mystery
called the
machine?
mystery machine.
I had there's a guy that just decorated his whole car as Reese's Pieces.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, we're going to try this one more
Things
time.
people
That
spend
one's
money on.
tight.
I don't know.
yeah.
Right.
He's not even getting free advertisement, you know. He's not even
On
getting
the
paid
news,
for that.
When Hillary announced her candidacy for president,
Yeah.
she went around Iowa and the Midwest in a big black limousine van and called it her Scooby Van.
That is so funny.
I was thinking, well, you know, but your Scooby Van's probably worth about $200,000. I doubt
It's not even
And
a
a bunch of
van.
kids in
No,
it
it's not
that
even a
go,
van.
"No."
It's a limo.
Do you think she'd win,
It's actually
Hillary?
Who else?
No,
is
I'm saying of
Oh,
the kid.
a
Of
No, I'm
van
just saying, do you think
limousine.
she would win?
which they have laid
And
out
yours-
seats and things in them. They're really nice. I've
First
seen
Oh, I
them.
bet they are. Sleep in them.
Yeah, you can sleep in them.
Do you like
Guy
Hillary,
from Jersey?
Sam? Do you like Hillary, or
She's an okay person.
like for president? I mean,
No, she doesn't have there's some
like
things
Chris
there everybody
Christie.
really needs to look
I
at.
heard his name come out, too.
I don't. She's fine otherwise, but
and was it Jeb Bush too? Is running? I don't know.
no. That's a no. That's a big no.
Oh, good.
That's a big no.
Another Bush in the, in the White House.
We need to get away from the dynasties right now.
Yes.
And I'm just giving her a little extra work because she needs a little extra work. But questions about any of that? I mean, I'll work you through. This stuff's all palpatory, especially when you get into moving that trachea. Now, on my young man client, I do a lot of times just move his trachea side to side. See how I just moved that? Mm-hmm. But because I've worked on it, it's easily moving. Mm-hmm. The other thing, when you move tracheas or you move hyoid bones, sometimes they'll go click, 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 pop.
Ooh.
Nothing happened. It's cartilaginous, and literally you didn't break anything. They're just tight.
You broke me.
That's right, I meant to. The other thing,
This is normal, don't worry.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
yeah, really.
When the blue color you're turning is, yeah.
The other thing,
It's only just to keep going.
when it gets into
Gotta
that
get it
trachea
back.
business, one of the main mistakes is trying to move the trachea with this hand. And then there's no way to actually work under it, so you use that hand. But a lot of times too, that trachea is round. And I don't just slide over and then try to slide back because I can't move the trachea. I can literally reach all the way around her trachea. I'm around it right there. So I need to get all the way to the actual lateral edge of that curvature to move it. I like to say I'm moving the hot dog out of the way. Because if I'm up here too much, I won't be able to move it. Does that make sense to you?
Ballpark
Yeah, if
Frank.
you're up on top of it too much, you're pushing it down.
Right, and I just need to move it to the side. And her trachea is actually moving a lot better
That's just basic.
than when we first started. Now, her upper traps, whoever works on her upper traps and levator need work too. And her cervical posterior lamina groove needs work also.
So if she was getting worked on by the massage therapist and she said she was in pain after, is that normal or?
It can be. How long
Okay.
did the pain last afterwards?
About 2 days.
That was a bit
Because
much.
she didn't warm up my muscles at all. She didn't do any making nice.
No, make it nice. Okay.
It was just all deep tissue.
Just dove into it.
She
The deep
graduated.
tissue was nice, but
Well,
I mean everything.
Well, niceness doesn't.
So a lot of times I'll actually work from this side, and I'll either hold the shoulder down this way, or I'll hold a whole arm down. See, your wrist just adjusted again. On her, size-wise, it's just as easy for me to do this. I can go right up that lamina groove, right against the occiput. Here we go. And see how I'm moving that?
That's super tender.
Yeah, I imagine it would
Poor
be. It needs
thing.
some work. And then I can also do cross fiber work this way too. And I can work on that upper trap, and I can get under right against the.
Yeah.
And I not only will I pull, but I'll press straight up in. There we go. and down right in this area to kind of
Look at that.
get that used to moving.
And the whole time you're on your knees.
Yeah.
My knees don't hurt. If you have knee problems, I understand.
Probably like a pad or something down.
I've been blessed with having knees that have not degenerated
That's
on me
good.
and hurt. It's probably because I've not done those exercises and things all these years that cause that. I gave up squats when I was in my mid-30s, which everybody should,
Oh no, I don't
and
do
started
that.
doing
Leg press.
leg presses instead. I do lunges. I did lunges a
Lunges
little
make your
bit.
butt bigger.